Okay, so today we're diving into something that can be a real headache for businesses, especially those juggling multiple legal entities.
Uh-huh.
It's that time of year again, 1099 MISC forms.
Yeah, those forms.
Exactly. And I'm sure many of our listeners can relate to the sheer amount of time and effort it takes to get these things right.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about filling in boxes. It's about making sure everything aligns with IRS rules and that you're not running into any compliance issues down the line.
And that's where things can get really tricky when you're dealing with multiple company IDs, different branches or subsidiaries.
Yeah, you've got to keep all those separate entities straight, and that can be a recipe for errors if you're not careful.
So to help us break down this challenge and explore how Acumatica can make life a whole lot easier, we have Swetha with us today.
That's right. Swetha is a senior functional consultant over at Tiana Solutions, and she's got 15 years of experience in the ERP world.
She's seen it all when it comes to Acumatica's features and functions, and she's particularly well-versed in reporting and getting those 1099s filed online right within Acumatica.
And from what I hear, she's helped a lot of clients navigate this whole process. So she's got some real-world insights to share with us.
All right, so let's paint a picture here. Imagine you're a business owner and you're growing, things are going well, but you've got different parts of your operation set up as separate legal entities, maybe for liability reasons or tax purposes.
Right. And you're probably thinking, okay, so I need to prepare 1099s for each of these separate entities.
And traditionally, that would mean going through all the data for each one, pulling reports, maybe even doing things manually to make sure everything matches up.
Oh, yeah.
And that can lead to mistakes and inconsistencies. And who wants to deal with the IRS because of a filing error?
Nobody wants that.
So this is where Acumatica really steps in and offers a more streamlined approach. Swetha tells us that one of the key features is the 1099 MISC form report within Acumatica's payables module.
Ah, so you're saying Acumatica has this built-in functionality specifically for 1099s. That's pretty handy.
It is, and what's really cool is that it has a filter for company ID, so you can actually select specific companies or branches even if they're set up as separate entities in your Acumatica system.
Oh, that makes sense. So you can isolate the data for each legal entity and not have to worry about things getting jumbled together.
Precisely, and once you've got the data separated out, Acumatica takes things a step further with the Create e-file form screen.
So this is where you actually generate the electronic file that you'll submit to the IRS.
You got it. And on this screen, you can choose which branch will be the transmitter of the file, and you can even include 1099 data for other branches too.
So you have a lot of control over which entities are included in your e-filing. That's great for businesses with different reporting structures.
Absolutely. Acumatica automatically filters the vendor list to show you only those who meet the reporting criteria for 1099s.
So you're not wading through a ton of irrelevant data just to find the vendors you need to file for.
Exactly. It's all about making the process more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even go through this list and select or deselect specific vendors if you need to make any adjustments.
So you've got that final layer of control before you actually create the file. That's good for double checking everything.
And once you're ready to generate the file, you just hit Process or Process All, and Acumatica does the rest.
And it creates a file that's formatted according to IRS requirements, so you don't have to worry about that part.
That's right. It's all ready to be submitted directly to the IRS, and the file includes all the necessary information transmitter details, payer information, and payment breakdowns for each vendor.
So it's really taking the hassle out of manually creating those files and reducing the chance of making mistakes.
Exactly. And to make sure you're not accidentally filing the same information twice, Acumatica has a feature called Close 1099 Year. Once you close a 1099 year in Acumatica, it won't let you process any more payments to 1099 vendors for that year. And Acumatica keeps track of all your 1099 payments for each year, so you have a clear audit trail. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, wow, this sounds like a game changer for my business, you're not alone.
Acumatica really simplifies the 1099 process, especially if you have multiple legal entities to manage.
It's all about efficiency, accuracy, and reducing those potential risks and penalties.
And if anyone out there wants to get a better handle on how to use these features in Acumatica, I definitely recommend reaching out to Swetha and the team at Tiana Solutions.
They got a ton of experience helping businesses implement and optimize Acumatica, and they can guide you through every step of the way.
Sounds like a great resource.
So as we wrap up here, think about the time and effort you're currently spending on 1099 reporting. And with the right tools and support, you can definitely improve your compliance processes and free up more time to focus on what really matters, growing your business.
Absolutely.
And that's it for today's deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
See you then.